Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're taking a look at a clip where a fat activist says that not wanting to date fat people is fatphobic. We've seen this so many times in the fat acceptance community that I could probably make a compilation of this by itself. Did you know that I have a Discord server? Here's a link. I started a new series last Friday called The Fattest Fridays. Be sure to check it out. It's where a bunch of people respond to that one clip where that guy says, "Tell me the fattest thing you ever did." Be sure to check out the last episode as well as more from that series moving forward. Before we proceed, please click like and subscribe so that I may apply comb to mustache. Saying you don't find fat people attractive / would never date a fat person is not a preference, it's fatphobia. Oh my god! Yeah, it's the phobias. It's not a preference at all, you bigots. What are you doing? When you decide who you would like to engage in certain adult activities with, that's not a preference. That's fatphobia, my friend. You will date me. You will date me. Okay? You bigot. Date me right now. You're like on a date with somebody and you're like, I don't even want to be here. And they're like, shut up. You're going to buy me some flowers. You're going to take me to that nice restaurant. You're going to pretend like you like this whole thing. And you're just like, why do you want this? What the heck? I wouldn't want someone to be forced to be with me. Why are you okay with this? The whole thing is weird, man. I wouldn't be comfortable with somebody being forced to be with me that didn't want to be with me. Oh, no. No. You want to be with me. You just don't know it yet. All right? You're just a little confused, dum-dum. Let me read you a bunch of crap out of this book, and then we'll see if you want to date me. You have to learn how much you want me first. That's how a good relationship begins. For the first couple of weeks, I kind of just break down your barriers verbally. I'm like, actually, you do find me attractive. Actually, you do think that I'm funny. Like, after I break you down for a couple of weeks, then eventually, begrudgingly, you accept me as a potential mate. Yo, what's good, fam? Date me. Nah, dude, I'm not really into your type. I'm sorry. Come on, dude. Nah, I'm good. I said you weren't my type. You're still not. Thank you, though. Come on, dog. I'm sorry to let you down like that. But yeah, I'm not into you. Come on, dog. No. Come on, dog. No. Dude. You want to date me, you just don't know it yet, okay? You're just being weird, okay? Allow me a couple weeks to work my fat acceptance rhetoric on you. Okay. I love it when people write stuff on the screen and then they just look at the screen while like a clip of somebody saying something silly plays. This is not okay. This is not okay. How come it's not saying that?
Shut up, it is not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, there we go. There's the audio. I love those clips where it just shows somebody's face and then there's audio in the background from a movie or something and it's like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. And then there's text on the screen like we just witnessed. It's like, yo, not wanting to date somebody because they're fat isn't a preference. It's fatphobia. Well, you saw. I don't have to explain to you what just happened. All right, so that was a bunch of bollocks. We're going to take a look at a bonus clip from the same creator that's along the same lines. This man is being asked the question, would you date someone that was overweight?
Mostly because I put so much work into myself, and if I don't see that being replicated in them.
Okay, so he said, no, I wouldn't date somebody that's overweight because they're not putting the effort into their appearance that I am putting into mine. A legitimate concern and 100% within your right to have. Oh boy, she looks upset. She's like, this is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard, you idiot. You want somebody that takes as much care of their physique as you take of yours? What? Okay.
I think this is like this guy's full-time job to...
It is. I think so. I think doing this interview in this gym is this guy's full-time job.
like make a video where he goes into a gym, asks a bunch of people, you know, would you date an overweight person? Also,
is that his full-time job? What the heck? How do I get that job? That's a very specific and odd job. My job is to go into gyms and ask people if they would date a fat person. You know, you put that on your resume. My last job was I went to gyms and asked people if they would date a fat person. The pay was pretty good. It was a very specific and weird job. Before that, I had a job going into the grocery store and asking various people if they liked gum. Yeah, I've had a very interesting career.
I'm just like, can you just say fat? Because over what weight?
Okay, so your first gripe is that he said overweight instead of fat. So he was trying to be nice. Over normal weight. That's what overweight means, okay? You probably don't want to hear the word normal because, I don't know, everybody hates to hear that what they're doing is abnormal for some reason. Call it something else. Don't call it that. Call it anything else, not normal. But yeah, that's what it means. Overweight means over the normal weight. Although these days, if the normal weight is a size 16, then not that many people are overweight, I guess. As we progress into fatter and fatter territory, what is considered overweight will get increasingly higher and higher. Today's overweight will be tomorrow's extra, extra small.
Over what weight?
Normal weight.
Anyways. So,
You don't have to huff into your fist. It'll be all right.
for context, before this dude's like, would you date someone who's overweight? And the guy's like, no. What? Like, how much overweight? And then he's like, no, I wouldn't. And then gives that reason.
Is that how he said it? No. How much overweight? Okay, gives that reason.
That he wouldn't date a fat person because he puts a lot of care into himself and he wants to date someone who does the same.
Okay. Saying it all weird like that doesn't negate from what he said. What he said was perfectly valid. Okay, I'm sorry that you're mad about it, but why are you mad though? He said that he wants to date someone who takes care of themselves like he does. Why are you so bitter about that? That's the part that really gets you. That's weird. You wouldn't want to date him anyway. He's not a fat person who's proud of being fat.
I'm so tired of that narrative that fat people don't put a lot of work into themselves. Excuse me, we have dealt with years and years of trauma from people just like you.
You're sick of people saying fat people don't put work into themselves. We've dealt with years of trauma. That's not what it means to put work in yourself. It doesn't mean that you've had years of trauma. Putting work into yourself is what you do after you've had years of trauma. I understand that you've had trauma as you see it, and so have many other people. It's very bizarre that they bring that up in terms of taking care of yourself and working out. I take care of myself and work out. I have trauma. What? By the way, somebody saying that they wouldn't date you is hardly trauma, my friend. I'm not sure how the guy traumatized you from being in the gym working out and having his own personal preference, but go off, sis.
Most of us are in therapy if we can afford it.
Okay. Okay, well, he is taking care of his physical body in the gym, and he would like somebody that does the same. So I'm not sure why you're bringing up all this other stuff that's got nothing to do with the price of tea in China.
And we're also doing a lot of self-work. We also have put in time and effort to shop where there's no fashion trends for.
Okay, so your response to him saying that he wants to be with somebody who works out is to say that you have trauma and we go shopping and stuff. I feel like you're not responding to the correct conversation. None of this makes any sense in response to what that dude said. Like, what are you talking about? You have a preference for who you want to date? You can't do that. I'm a victim and I have trauma because of X, Y, and Z. I go shopping sometimes. What?
Fat people, that's a lot of work.
Going shopping for large clothes is a lot of work. Well, it's not as much work as going to the gym every day for like an hour, so.
That's a lot of work. We also do a lot of work convincing other people around us to care.
Why does the caption say to sit to care? We also do a lot of work convincing other people around to sit to care. I don't know, man. I don't care more when I'm sitting down, so I don't know what the hell that statement is supposed to mean. Can I just care standing up? Do I have to sit to care? I don't like sitting. Isn't sitting what got us into this mess? I love how that's her response. She's like, we take care of ourselves. We go shopping for larger clothes. You have no idea what kind of work we put in. Shopping. Yeah, you lifted weights for an hour today. That's one sort of self-care. We go shopping for larger clothes. That's how I take care of myself, by clicking some links from the comfort of my living room.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work. Yeah, for the manufacturer, it sure is.
And if you want to go down the gym route, a lot of fat people get in a lot of movement. Actually, like that World's Strongest Man competition, a lot of those people would be considered fat.
Okay. So he said he wouldn't date a fat person because they don't take care of their physique the same way that he does. Your retort is to say that some fat people lift weights like the people in the World's Strongest Man competition. All right, well, maybe those are the fat people that he'll go date then, huh? Is that what you're suggesting? Is that what this is? You're suggesting that he go date some world's strongest man type of dudes. Like, yeah, you don't want to date me, a larger woman, so go be with that guy who can lift an Atlas stone. Surely. They're just bringing up so many bizarre random things that have nothing to do with anything. It's hilarious.
And they're the strongest people in the world.
Yeah, the world's strongest men are some pretty large dudes. It is true that the dudes in the world's strongest man competition don't do any sort of cutting, really. You can tell when you look at them, they just bulked and bulked and bulked. And that's all. They never went to cut day. They never started cutting like a bodybuilder would do. The world's strongest man people also are in the gym constantly lifting weights to get stronger. I'm sure they eat some iffy things sometimes, but the world's strongest man dudes also eat a bunch of really healthy stuff to get that big and to pack on that much muscle. If you weigh more, you can move more weight, which is why dudes at the world's strongest man competition don't worry about cutting.
So I don't totally understand what's your logic. And also,
so people exist in the world's strongest man competition, so you don't understand this man's logic saying that he doesn't want to date a fat person. I don't understand your logic or how these are tied together at all. Fat people can lift heavy weights, such as the fat people at the world's strongest man competition. Therefore, you should date fat people. What? What? Whatever you gotta say, man, I guess. Whatever gets you to bed at night. Jeez.
here's the thing. There is no logic behind fatphobia. There is nothing. It's a bunch of fake arguments to make people who are losing pieces of control feel like they can control things that are not controllable.
People who are losing pieces of control can feel like they're controlling things that are not controllable. Are you talking about people that are losing weight?
And it is built in racism and misogyny, and I've already done a video on that.
Oh boy, gonna throw that in there at the end. Oh boy, here we go.
Just scroll back.
Feverishly start scrolling. Where can I get that content?
You'll find it. But overall, I again want to know, why do we keep giving platforms to these people? And I know
Who gave anybody anything? A man went into a gym with a microphone and a camera and asked another dude a question. He gave himself a platform. Who gave you a platform? Look at you. You're sitting here talking, recording it, uploading it to TikTok. Who gave you a platform? Nobody. You gave yourself a platform, just like that other guy. So I don't know what you're on about.
doing it here. I know. I'm giving them a platform here. But
Yeah, I suppose you are, right? You're the one that's responding to it, so yeah.
it's to dispel this myth. Like, I just need someone who's gonna like put as much care and effort into themselves as I do.
Damn all those superficial and stupid people that take care of their health. That was a really good impression of people that care about taking care of their body. They're all a bunch of morons, dude.
It's like, what does that mean? Are you going to therapy?
Yeah, he's going to physical therapy by lifting weights, okay? Leave him alone.
Because that's a lot of work. I don't care about how much work you're putting in the gym. What about your emotional work?
Okay, well, I don't care about your emotional work. How much work are you putting in at the gym? You see, it goes both ways. Do you not see the hypocrisy with ignoring the work that he's put in at the gym and mentioning mental work? He could just as easily say to you, okay, the mental work you've done is great. How much work have you put in at the gym? You see how this goes both ways?
Do you have friends that you're talking to?
Right, you're getting all mad and bitter because he said he didn't want to date a larger person, and now you're starting to attack him and say that he doesn't have friends and XYZ.
Your sister later on in the video says you have a girlfriend. If she gets fat, you're just gonna be like, sorry, peace out. I don't care about people who have had enough work into themselves like I do.
Damn. Dude, you're taking this really personally. You must really want to date that guy, huh? Don't worry, we won't tell him. I'm telling him right now. Bro, that chick over there said she likes you, dog. That chick that's always complaining about everything all the time and calling everybody some kind of phobic? Yeah, dude, you should get her number. Alright, everything that she said in response to his video had nothing to do with anything, so that was weird. She started talking about the world's strongest man and all this other stuff that's got nothing to do with anything. In closing, do I think that it's fat phobic to not want to date a larger person? No. You can have whatever kind of preference you want. You can't guilt somebody into wanting to date you. Moreover, why would you want to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with you? If somebody initially is like, I don't want to be with you, I don't want to date you, I'm not interested, why would you want to try to force that person to be with you? Wouldn't you always be looking over at them in the relationship like, they don't actually want to be with me. They don't actually love me. They're here just because I'm making them be here, and they're going to leave at the first opportunity. Is that what you want? You want to be with somebody that doesn't really want to be with you? It's like I'm always saying, I'm like, dude, just pretend like you love me. You don't have to. Just pretend. It'll make me feel better. Here's a link to my Instagram. Follow me. Please click the like button. 1 like equals 1 mustache combing. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.